Hey guys, so our new parts arrived to get us back on the road again. Been bailed up here in Exmouth. It's been terrible. We have been stuck here in a caravan park. This is the old one. This has been an issue I think been ongoing for a while, and I actually thought we had a suspension problem. I've been checking the suspension. I think the whole time it was this, but this ball joint's just flogged out. It ended up getting to the point where the car's been pinballing across the road as we've been driving it. I've been constantly correcting the car to stay in a straight line. It's been a bit scary. If that lets go, your steering goes, and then you go wherever you're gonna go. Anyway, we've got a new part. So, pretty simple job, just throw her in. We're away again. Comes with the inner and outer ball joint. Tie rod. Happy days. Yeah, so just with these parts, you can get them non-genuine. I think we've found a whole different array of prices for these parts on the net or on eBay. Just what we generally end up finding is it's all good. We've done the same thing with the CVs before. And we are running aftermarket CVs at the moment, but they just don't last. So if you're handy and you can handle changing them, I can buy one of these aftermarket CVs for, you know, a third of the price. So, you know, if it lasts me a year, my original CVs didn't last 3 years, so, you know, it's not too bad. But this part here was quite expensive compared. I think you can get the aftermarket one, you can get both sides for probably about 150 bucks. This was 250 just for one side. But it's gonna last. Like these parts I think are pretty important. You can break a CV, it's not gonna affect, you know, your safety too much. You might be stuck somewhere, but stuff like this, we went genuine. Once this breaks, you can go anywhere, anything can happen. Especially if you're doing 100 k's down the freeway or something. So anyway, that's why we decided to go genuine with this one. Let's get it done. About there. This is going to be a bit of a struggle to get it. Should put this on after, but so we go. Something like that. Oh yeah, I think I might put this part on after. Put the outer tie rod on after I've put it in there. I can screw it in, although I can always just pull that out of the way. Maybe might be enough room. Oh yeah, that's enough room. That's it. Get it roughly where I think it'll be lined up, and then we'll just adjust it later. It is that simple. Obviously I've got to pull all this in and tighten her all up. I'm going to run a bead of silicone around this spot here. This is where it failed. This is why we're in this position. Nothing wrong with this boot. This boot's fine. I've triple checked, there's no holes in it, but the original clamp that was on here, it might have hit a stick or whatever. Water and dirt and everything has gotten in here. It's gone through my rack and pinion. My rack and pinion's now clagged. We're gonna have to get another one of them as well, but this part here needed to be done immediately. The rack and pinion can wait until we end up finding one in a wreckers or something. We're actually speaking to someone at the moment. They want about 400 bucks for it second hand. We might end up doing that, but yeah, that's the culprit there. Just a simple boot is what's caused us all this dramas. I think I'll be a bit more mindful from now on, taking these boots off a bit more regularly and checking that there's no water or dirt in there, especially after going through muddy rivers and muddy puddles. Yeah, that's it. It's just tightening up and lining everything up now, so all good.
The forward part's coming off. Gonna replace it with something more legit. A new plate, proper size.
Okay, so she's all back together now. Bearings are new front and back. You just, you know, the way you take it apart, that's the way you put it back together, roughly. We've still got to do the handbrake on the back, make sure that that's all good. When you tighten this up, you're setting your preload on your bearings. So usually what you'll do is you'll lock it right up, give it a spin, move it around, give it a bit of a knock with a hammer or something. See, you can see there that is tight. That's locking right up. I'm going to keep locking this up a little bit, tighten it right up, just to make sure that all the bearings and everything are gone home, the seal's right where it wants to be, and then I'm going to back her off a bit. I'll keep backing that off until it seems like it's happy. Might give it a bit of a knock. Still see, you can see a bit of resistance there. Just keep backing it off until there's no resistance. If I back that right off, she'll just spin free as. You can see that washer just moved. You don't really want it that loose. So we've got 4 holes here, and you've got a star nut. And what you're going to do is you're going to get it to the best possible spot where it's not too loose. You don't want slop in it, but you don't want it too tight. If you've got it too tight, the bearing's going to overheat. And whenever you replace your brakes like this, if you're going to do it yourself, you absolutely got to make sure you're going to have to readjust it 100 k's down the road or something. You're going to have to check it at least. Make sure it's all good. So the next time you get to a campground, if you've done a few 100 k's or something, every now and then get out, fill the hub, fill that side, fill this side, fill the hubs on your car, and just make sure that it's not too hot. If it's too hot, it's too tight, or it's too loose, or something's going on. So stop, check it, pull it off, do it again. The last thing you want to do is cook one of these things and just wreck it on the side of the road if you've got nowhere that you can get a new one. If you just make sure that it's sort of, see, I've just ever so slightly tightened that up, and you can see that now it's gone tight again, and that doesn't really line up with that hole. Now once I go back to there, she's nice and free, and there's no slop in that. That's pretty well perfect for now, but I'm gonna have to check this again. Once all the metal and everything wears in, beds in, it's gonna loosen up. So in a few 100 k's or something, I'll check this again, make sure it's all good. It's nice.
Are you happy with that?
Yep. Should be sweet.